My name is Emma Richardson, and I live in Denver, Colorado. I've been working for a mid-sized marketing agency for 6 years now. I've always been the kind of person who keeps my head down, works hard, and tries to stay out of office gossip. I'm married to David, a school teacher who has supported me through every late night and deadline. Our marriage isn't perfect, but it's built on mutual respect and trust. At least that's what I've always believed. A few months ago, my boss, Mark Stevens, announced we'd landed a big account, a contract that could elevate our firm to national recognition. Mark was known for being professional, demanding, but fair. When he said he needed one of his senior staff members to accompany him on a client meeting in Chicago, I volunteered, excited for the opportunity. David seemed supportive when I told him. "You've earned this," he said with a proud smile. But I could sense a little hesitation in his voice, maybe worry about me traveling alone with my boss. I brushed it off, reassuring him it was all business. The day of the trip arrived. The flight was early, and the airport buzzed with the usual noise. I sat next to Mark on the plane, and we chatted about the project and strategy. He wasn't the kind of boss who made small talk. It was refreshing, strictly professional. When we landed in Chicago, the hotel lobby felt like a different world. Polished marble floors, warm lights, and soft jazz music in the background. We checked in, our rooms on different floors, and planned to meet later for a meeting with the client. That evening, everything went smoothly. The presentation impressed the client, and they decided to extend our contract. Mark even smiled, something he rarely did. "You did great today, Emma," he said while we walked back to the hotel. "Couldn't have done it without you." It was one of those moments that reminded me why I loved my job. But as we stood outside the elevator, a group of our colleagues called us to join them for dinner. It was late, and we were both tired, but we agreed. The dinner was lighthearted, laughter, stories, and team bonding. There was nothing inappropriate, nothing to worry about. Later that night, as I returned to my room, I got a message from David. "Good night, proud of you." It made me smile. I realized how much I missed home even though I'd only been gone for a day. The next morning, I met Mark in the lobby for breakfast. He seemed distracted, glancing at his phone often. I finally asked if everything was okay. He sighed, explaining that his wife was upset about how much he traveled. I could relate. Work often came between me and David too. That moment wasn't romantic. It was human, two people acknowledging that careers sometimes take a toll on family life. Later, when our flight got delayed due to bad weather, we both worked from the airport cafe. Hours passed, and we shared stories about growing up, college, and early career struggles. It was strange. I'd worked for Mark for years, but I never knew he grew up in a small town or that his father had been a mechanic. When we finally boarded, it was late evening. The flight was quiet, and I found myself thinking about David, about how much I appreciated his patience. Sometimes, it takes stepping outside of your comfort zone to see what truly matters. Back in Denver, Mark thanked me for my hard work and professionalism. "You're one of the few people I can always count on," he said as he walked away. That meant more to me than any promotion or bonus. When I returned home, David was waiting with dinner ready. I hugged him longer than usual. That night, we talked, really talked, about how much work had kept us apart. We made a promise to set boundaries, to spend more time together. A few weeks later, our company received news that the client extended their partnership. Mark publicly credited me in the meeting. It was the proudest moment of my career, not because I traveled with my boss, but because I proved that professionalism and integrity could still shine in any situation. That trip taught me something important. Not every story involving a boss and employee needs drama or scandal. Sometimes, it's just a lesson in respect, balance, and trust, both in the workplace and at home. And as I sat in my home office one evening, looking through photos of the trip, I realized the best moments weren't about success or awards. They were about the quiet reminders that being faithful to your job, your values, and your marriage will always take you further than temptation ever could.